It was kind of like I was forced to grow up pretty damn fast. And that was really hard, but it kind of like just taught me that sometimes shit in life happens that you can't control, and you kind of have to take your ball and run with it, you know. And that's one thing. But other physical things, probably learning how to take a bath on my own. Before, my mom would be the one that like helped bathe me and stuff, but now that I live with my oldest brother Anthony and my sister-in-law Nancy, they've kind of taught me how to take a bath on my own. Like I have a back scrubber that helps me reach my back and stuff, and then I washed up with the washcloth and stuff. However, the one thing that I still can't do is get out of the bathtub because it's wet and it's slippery and it's dangerous, so my brother still has to lift me out. But I can get in and, take care of everything on my own. And that just makes me feel liberated, like, oh, I can wash myself up now. Like, I don't have to let other people do it. There's that, and that's been really helpful and just made me realize that I can do things. Another thing is traveling on transits by myself, like, buses and trains. Before, when my mom was alive, like, God bless her, may she rest in peace, but she was always overprotective and never let me go anywhere by myself. I always had to have someone with me, but now that I'm almost going to be 23, I do go places by myself. I go to the movies in Ontario by myself. If my friends who are amazing unsigned artists have shows in LA and I want to go, I go by myself and I take the train. I spend time with friends in LA. I have friends that live out there, and I go to their house on the train in LA, and that was something I just never dreamed that I could do, and I was always afraid to, but I kind of had to, like, suck it up and be like, look, you're an adult. If you want to go have fun, stop depending on the people and get your ass out there and do things. And so that's been a part of growing up, and I think, growing up has helped me learn about life and just be more independent and more free and not have to worry about other people. So that's that. Next question. How has your disability affected your relationships? And relationships meaning family, friends.
Well, I think with my family, I thought when I first started losing my sight that my family was going to kind of shun me out for some reason. Though they were always, like, really nice, but I just, for some reason, because there's a lot of cases where families don't, like,
support
it, and it was a total opposite. My family just kind of became closer, and I think with my cousins, at first I didn't notice it, but when we ever go out, when my cousins Junior and David, you met them, they're always, like, really overprotective, like, so you're gonna fall, or there's something in front of you, or like, they'll guide me a different way. And at first I thought that was kind of weird, but then I'm like, oh yeah, I can't see, so they're obviously...
Yeah, they're looking out for you.
And then with my mom and my aunt, they're, like, super overprotective, and it made me let my aunt unfortunately passed away earlier this year. She was, like, my second mom, and when we used to go to the stores, my aunt was really overprotective. I was decided I'd hold on to, like, her elbow. And the thing is, my mom gets really mad when people, like, trip over my cane or they, like, kick it. And she does that all the time, though. And it makes me like, she's like, until I fall, I'm going to stop doing that. But she realizes that she does it all the time. And my aunt used to always kind of make fun of her for that. And I think that kind of helped, like, the family, we became closer. And it got to the point where we actually, like, joke about my disability. And with my other family, we're not really, like, we go visit other families, like my uncles and my aunts, like, my mom's cousins, but we're not that close to them. But they're actually, like, really, they don't really, like, shun me out or anything. They're kind of, like, sometimes they're careful about what they say because they think I might get offended, but they're actually really nice about it. They're not discriminatory or anything.
Which is good. That would suck if they were discriminative. For me, how has it affected my relationships? Well, to be completely honest, it's been awesome, I guess, to sum it up. Especially my friends, like, there'll be times where they'll legit forget that I'm in a chair because I don't act like a person in a chair. And that sounds really weird, but I've noticed a lot of people in the disabled community, a lot of them like to kind of have self-pity. Not everyone, because I've met a lot of empowering people like Ellie Stroker, my best friend, one of my besties. If you're watching this somehow, oh my god, hi.
Hello.
I miss the shit out of you. But yeah, like, she's a prime example of embracing her disability and not having limitations. Make your limitations your opportunities is what she always says. Anyway, my friends have always been really supportive, and my best friend Aranya, like, he doesn't, mind that I'm in a chair. My best friend Cassie doesn't mind. None of my friends mind. Like, they don't use it as, like, oh, I have to be careful around you. Like, my friends, they roughhouse with me. They really do. Like, they'll beat me up. I'm like, fuck, I'll beat you up too. Like, I don't care. Sorry that I'm dropping F-bombs. I don't know where that came from.
Really?
That was out of nowhere. Whoa. See, I feel bad now because I don't know who else might be watching this. Like, what if my pastor, Miss Mendez, watches this and then she sees that I'm cussing and I'm just like, shame on me. But, no, my friends have been very supportive and loving, and like I said, they don't treat me like I have a disability. They treat me like a normal 22-year-old person who likes to have fun. And I think that's been really helpful for me. And, with my family, I'm not going to say that they don't treat me normal, but there's times where, like, I need rides or I want to go visit them, and it seems like they can't give me a ride because of my chair or because I live at least a half an hour away from them. And it kind of just sometimes seems like I might be, like, when I want to hang out with them, I don't ask them because I feel like I might be in the way, or I might be a burden, or I might be asking too much of them. So usually I don't really ask to, oh, can you pick me up? Unless, like, I absolutely need to. And then every time I do, it's a no. So, if anybody from my family's watching this, I'm sorry that I had to say that, but it is what it is. But I do love you guys no matter what. But, it really, like I said, it really hasn't affected my relationships-wise because people don't treat me like I have a disability. They treat me like I'm a normal person, and that's honestly the greatest thing I could ask for. Like, Macmillan, if you're watching this, you definitely never treated me like I was a student that had a disability. If I was late to class, you made me roll that dice, and if I landed on detention, you didn't feel sorry for me. I got detention. And if I didn't turn in my homework, I would get in trouble. It wasn't like, oh, you have a disability, so you have an excuse. But, that's something I've always loved about the teachers I had in high school, because they never used my disability as a thing to be like, oh, it should be easy on you. My life has been very normal. My relationships have been very normal, and I'm thankful for that. So, yeah. This last question from Macmillan, and we're laughing because we already know what it is. It says, how is intimacy inhabited with your disability? Meaning, I guess that means, how can a person with a disability be intimate? Are there restrictions? Are there concerns? Things like that.
I have a feeling that maybe he didn't even mean it that way. Maybe he just meant, like, how can you be, like, close to a person?
I don't know. Is that what you meant? Because if you did, I'm sorry for having a gutted mind. Maybe, I don't know. But, I think, knowing Macmillan, I think he thought what I'm thinking, for some reason. So, do you want to go first? Or?
You go first.
Why me? You've been going first the whole entire time, now you changed it up on me. Fine. Well, hello. I've actually only ever been in one relationship. That was back in January of 2012, all the way until July of 2012. So that's what, 6 months?
No, yeah, 6 months or 5 months.
Five and a half, almost 6. We were in a long distance relationship, so that was already as difficult as it could probably be. But, I went to go see him. He lived in Michigan. And, yeah, we were intimate. We cuddled and kissed and things like that. And, I don't know, for me, it wasn't any different. Like, it wasn't different from what you see, like, on TV or whatever, I guess. But for me, like, it was always awkward in a sense because every time I liked someone in high school or middle school, they would be like, oh, I only see you as a friend, and oh, I can't date you because you're in a wheelchair, or I can't handle dating someone in a wheelchair. So I was kind of always used to rejection. So then when I got a boyfriend, and when he didn't see my chair, it was kind of like, huh? Like, you know? And he treated me like any boyfriend would treat their girlfriend, or any girlfriend would treat their girlfriend, or any boyfriend would treat their boyfriend. Like, there wasn't any, like, concerns, although he was a gentleman about it, and, like, he would ask if certain things were okay, or if he could do certain things, or whatever. But other than that, I mean, I guess my disability didn't affect my hormones. I guess, I mean, I'm still a chick, you know, and certain things turn you on, I guess. Turn me on, I should say. I don't know. But, I mean, there's certain things that, you know, they're just, it's normal. Although, like, I don't know, because I've only been in one, so I don't know if there's ever going to be restrictions or things like that. But, you know, you live and you learn, and that's something for me to hopefully learn in the future. Maybe not even learn in the future, but if people are wondering, yes, I can reproduce. My disability doesn't affect my ability to reproduce, so if I ever did want to have kids, I could have kids. And, you know, maybe there will be